Your comment about black women commonly being the center of the family. That's what is the cause of that?
Systemic racism. I mean, black men have been intentionally stripped from the family, and they've been dehumanized and humiliated and made to feel like they are less than a woman. And so a lot of black men financially aren't in a position to provide the way that they need to.
Mm-hmm.
A good chunk of them have felonies and aren't in a position to, really, as I hate this word, but pull themselves up and
Sure.
pull, it takes a lot. And so the black men that are, there are very few. I read this statistic. It was in one of those like lifestyle magazines, so I don't know if it's true, but it was like 80% of black men that become millionaires marry white women. 80%, that's pretty high. And I wrote down like 20 millionaires that I could think of, and they all are, like a good chunk of them are, if they're not married to white women, they're married to women that aren't black.
Interesting.
And even I was looking at this this study that showed how people looked at dating websites. And black women were the only race of women that were less likely to be clicked on by people outside of their race. And so Asian women were number one. Everybody wants an Asian woman, I guess. Everybody clicked on Asian women, and black women were the one subset of women that only clicked on black men. And I thought about it, and I was like, I could not. I had this conversation with Roach from the gym.
Oh, yeah?
I've never like really seriously. I've gone out on a date with a white boy, but I've never been in a relationship with a white boy because I just don't feel like they're attracted to me.
Oh.
Even if they are and they're trying to like shoot their shot, I just innately just don't. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And so that is kind of a deeper answer, but a lot of it is the systemic.
Yeah.
A lot of black men, are pushed to the back of the line, unfortunately.
Yeah. And so by nature of that, then the women just have to rise to the top, and now you're the kind of the center of the family. That makes sense. I think that it's interesting to hear some of the stats on those dating sites, because I feel like that is a fairly decent data point. You know what I mean? Like here you have, I don't know how these I know that some of them, like you're looking at a lot of people and you like either swipe left or right? If you like or not. Well, that's data. You can see like who's using the app, who are they seeing, statistically, which ones are they most likely to be attracted to and not, and what race are they and what race are they more attracted to. That's kind of fascinating insight, from these apps. Although I think you're wrong when it comes to thinking that white men are not attracted to you as a black woman. I do think that is not. I can't speak for the whole of human race like white males, but I don't think that based on the conversations that I've had, from boy to young man to man, over the last 20 years, that's never that's just not a thing.
So what I've experienced has been like, I think white men fetishize black women, but like they don't want to marry me. You know what I mean? Like being attracted to me, I'm exotic. I'm an exotic black girl. So yeah, it's like the forbidden fruit, but I don't see them as a like long-term thing. I will say though, since I started doing this work and during the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot more white guys approach me.
Interesting.
So I don't know if they're just like feeling guilty or something. I don't know what it is, but
why can't they just approach you because they like you?
I don't know.
Why does it have to be anything other than that?
I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Well, I think you're safe to not trust most guys. I think that's probably fine. I think that's probably well-founded. I think also keep this in mind, race aside, like, let's be honest, most people didn't want to marry Andrew. You know what I mean? Like, probably a bunch did and a bunch didn't, and only one did. You know what I mean? Like, most people didn't want to marry me. Like, I didn't care what their race were.
So wait, you had no, I don't, see, that's why I don't trust men right now.
No, but my point is that, like, if the right one, like if you meet the right guy, I don't really care what his nationality is, what his ethnicity is, what his skin color is. Like if you meet the right one, it's game over. You know what I mean? Like it's so, just because maybe some white guys wanted to date but didn't want to marry doesn't mean you won't get married to a white guy.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
My mom keeps saying that she thinks I'm gonna marry a white guy. I'm like, Mom, that goes against everything that I'm fighting for here.
Well, I don't think you. I mean, I don't have an opinion on whether you should or you should not.
He's gonna destroy my brand,
right?
Yeah.
So you don't feel good. You would not feel good about marrying a white guy.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm very rebellious and I'm very unapologetic. So if I met a white guy and we got married, like, I wish somebody would say something. I have my white guy with his Black Lives Matter shirt on.
Right.
I mean, he would have to be like down for the cause. Like he couldn't be,
You'd have to be a good fit, whether that's, whatever area of life that you're thinking about. I mean, you'd need to be good fits for each other. So I would propose that.
Oh God, no. No.
Well, I would submit for your consideration that the issue may not be so much white guys as meeting the right white guy. Are you open to that hypothesis?
I don't know. I need to sleep on it. I mean,
I think there's, I don't know.
I mean, I definitely get along with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not a matter of, it's just a matter of preference, right?
Sure. I agree. Yeah.
And then I'm also very like naive to people trying to holler at me.
You don't pick up on signals very easy?
Not that. Everything else, I'm very discerning, but that I like put him in the friend zone. Like, oh, he wants to be my friend.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's probably not all bad.
Mm-hmm. We attend, you probably know this. Kent and I serve as officers and leaders at Emmanuel Nashville on Charlotte Avenue. Mm-hmm. I've been attending for 8 years. Kent, you're 5 coming
Since
up on
2016. Yeah.
So 4 years now. And we've had a lot of wonderful people come through the doors at Emmanuel and have served us really well. One couple is a dear friend named Charles. He's a black guy, and he was one of my favorite people I've ever met. Learned a lot from him. He married a white woman, and he's now serving over in East Nashville. And they're honestly a very beautiful couple. Obviously they both have very beautiful things about them exteriorly that make them both very beautiful, but I was kind of there for a good bit of their journey before they got married, and it just made sense that they were a perfect couple because they loved what was beautiful in each of them, and the way that they loved each other poured out into how they loved other people. I felt very enriched by them, and now fast forwarding to this year, we have a couple of friends who were single. Now they're not going to be. In December, they're actually getting married at Emmanuel, and it's a white guy and a black girl. And in the same way, the way that they love each other builds all of us up. Honestly, I know, and we hear a lot. Even in normal conversation, they just come up, and it's not that, hey, they're really different people entering into marriage together. What's beautiful about it is they really love each other. And the way they love, especially what's different about each other, it builds all of us up. And it's really a privilege to know both of those couples, or have known, since one of them's now over in East Nashville serving at a different church. But knowing them has been 2 of the greatest joys of my church life, and really my whole life.
Is this you trying to pitch me to come to your church?
It is now.
Now it is. Yes.
4301
we got
Charlotte
all
Avenue.
The white guys.
9
falling in love with black women down here in Emmanuel.
No,
Church.
you did not hear that. You heard it both ways, I think.
Yeah. 9 a.m. First service,
Don't
9
be
a.m.
trying to manipulate Andrew's words now. Come on.
First service, 9 a.m. Second service, 10:45.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shameless
so,
plug,
this is a
shameless
shameless plug.